And you're aware that we're losing students. Our public schools are losing students. Right? These are well-documented, published data points. Right? And HPD is aware that the majority of people living in shelter are families with children. I just confirm you're aware of these facts that are published by the city.
Councilmember, we would be happy to look through all of the available data that you're looking at.
I'm looking at New York City data that our government publishes. So your administration publishes this data. So I just want to make sure we're all on the same page, that HPD is not using different data than DSS or the mayor, right?
We are collectively looking at the data sources that you're talking about, yes.
So then that means HPD is aware that there is a crisis among families with children in terms of housing in New York City. I think one of the problems we face is that there's a fundamental mismatch between your goals and our goals. And I'm hearing words like flexibility, but the only metric that I'm hearing about success in meeting your targets is unit production. And you can comb through all of Mayor Adams's press releases. You can look at any of the mayoral candidates. They talk about unit production. Does HPD have any other metrics by which they measure success besides unit production?
Councilmember, in my testimony today, I talked about that difficult balance and the ways in which HPD has started to look at a number of other metrics differently. We published Where We Live now twice. I think it's been very clear that we are setting metrics well beyond the number of units that we produce. We do think talking about the number of homes that and the trade-offs that we make is an important part of this conversation.
It's sort of the mismatch between, I think, what's being said and the actual experiences that we are feeling in our community. And I'm pleased every time I hear about data-informed and flexibility, but I mean, the data that is produced by New York City is pretty clear in that families are leaving, families are in shelter, more so than any other demographic group. That is the data that our city, the administration, is sharing. That's public data. What's confusing to me is that you then have term sheets which incentivize the production of studios and one bedrooms, where it says the maximum studios is 15%, minimum 2 bedrooms or more is 30%, and those are the guidelines. And invariably, the production in an individual building is going to have the bare minimum 2-bedroom units and maximum studios and 1-bedroom apartments. And I can cite example after example in my district alone, but everyone up here will tell you the same thing. And so it's unclear to me how you are being flexible when it seems to me very rigid to maximize the number of units, that the metric that's being used is the number of units, that you have term sheets that really lay out a very rigid structure to incentivize those small units.